No, tasteful, subtle, I'd say. Last time you were on Going Live, The Delinquents had just opened in the UK. Have you got any more movies planned?
Well, I just, I was in LA for a week, you know, meeting Hollywood producers and stuff like that.
Do they know you over there?
Yeah, they do. Not nearly as well as they do here, but so I had lots of meetings and offers and things, but it's just a matter of trying to find the right one.
But anything that interested you that you...
Yeah, a few things, but after my tour here, I'm going to start recording again, so it's a matter of finding the right one and the right time.
And the time,
yeah.
Exactly. Now, this tour schedule of yours is one of the most hectic I've ever seen.
It's not so bad. I mean, some bands tour for 6 months or a year or whatever.
Yes, but they have quite big gaps sometimes in between one gig and the next, but you're packing them all in, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Tell me, how did you feel the very first night, the very first number, the very first gig in Oz? That was in Brisbane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I don't know, I wasn't that nervous. I was more nervous in my hometown in Melbourne. I was really nervous before that show. But in Brisbane, I had good nerves. I was really excited and so much kind of anxiety because you just want to get out and do it, you know. So I was glad when it started.
Massive crowds, apparently, just massive.
Yeah, it was 15,500 in Melbourne. But I had like all my friends and rallies, and
it's really extraordinary, isn't it, that you could have I can imagine there being this huge crowd, but you'd be worried about one person, say your mum out there.
Yeah,
or something,
and just in the back.
And
actually, when I was performing, I saw some of my friends like on the side, and I tried to ignore them.
How are the rehearsals going here?
Good, really good. We start Tuesday night in Birmingham, so we've got 3 nights there. And then we're in London.
You've got 14 gigs altogether, haven't you, here? Or have you added some extras? Because you've had to put on some more dates, haven't you?
Yeah, we've added some more, and I'm also doing shows in Paris and Germany, Hong Kong and Belgium.
How do you know when it's time to take a rest and just stop?
Well, I used to know when I was on the floor, when it was too late, so now I try and judge just before that. I mean, if I'm getting really stressed and...
You can recognise that in yourself, can you?
Everyone around me can too. It's like, oh my God, Kylie's becoming a real... You know, I get a bit kind of, not nasty, but, you know, just...
A bit fraught.
Yeah, just a bit fed up, and you need... I mean, it's best to have a break anyway, because it's better for you and you can perform better.
That's right, refresh yourself
Holidays
again.
Are wild, I love them.
We know, because we're all going on our holidays next week, but Kylie's not. You've got a very, very busy time coming up ahead. You've got a busy morning as well, because you'll be taking calls a little later on. Ring in and put your calls to Kylie on 01811 8055, and another exclusive on Going Live this morning. The latest single, Better the Devil You Know, is going to be seen and heard for the first time in this country, anywhere this morning.
Anywhere, actually.
Anywhere in the whole world.
Yeah.
We have a world exclusive. Thank you very much for being here this morning. I hope you enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
And we'll see you a bit later on.
Yeah.
Now, Philip, where's...
Kylie! Come over here! Come over here! Clamber your way through all this stuff over here.
All right.
Join me over at the... just over this way. Let's come for a little walk, a little stroll. First time ever on the telly, eh? That's great.
What an experience.
And about the routine, Emma, how long will it take you to have perfected that routine?
Well, we actually did most of that downstairs before we went on.
Oh, really?
So all the little blunders that you saw were well accounted for.
Terrific. Right, let's go straight to the telephones because we've got masses and masses of questions. Line 1. Hello, line 1.
Hello.
Who's
Tony
that?
from Wisby.
Hello, Tony.
You said that on your concert team you didn't want anybody smoking or drinking.
Well, that's what the press said that I said. I didn't actually say that. Not that I really like smokers around me anyway, but no, I think people are free to do whatever they like. I mean, it was a big joke at rehearsals actually because there's a few rock and rollers in the tour and they kind of don't agree with that. But no, I didn't actually say that.
So that's not true?
No.
What about, because it also said in that article, which, Quinton, could you pass me over my blue folder over there, just by the side of the desk, because the article, I think, is in there. Also said that you didn't want anyone drinking coffee out of, thank you, out of the polystyrene
Well,
cups.
yes, that I have said. I mean, I haven't gone to people and said, oh, you can't drink out of polystyrene, but polystyrene just will never break down. So, like if I'm doing a film clip or something, I'll just reuse a cup.
Sure.
It's just, you know,
well, that's what they're made for, really, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
So have you become sort of suddenly environmentally friendly, or is this a long-standing thing?
Well, I guess I became aware when everyone else did. I mean, I can't say I've always been like that, but yeah, in the last couple of years.
Here's the
Let me read what I've
question.
said.
There you go, read that. Let's just hold it up a second so you can see it. There it is. Smoking ban Kylie threatens to sack British tour staff. So that's a load of old tosh, is it?
Yeah.
Typical, absolutely typical. We'll chuck that out then. All right, thank you very much indeed for your call. Nicely answered, and we'll move on now to line number 2. Line 2, who's on 2?
Sophie Burnett.
Hi, Sophie, off you go.
What can you see yourself doing in 10 years' time?
Boy, I'll be 31 in 10 years' time. Really old.
Steady on.
I don't know. I guess I'll have kids by that stage. I think.
Would you like a family and
yeah,
settle down and
definitely.
all that stuff?
I mean, I don't want to leave it too late. So
right.
Who knows? I may be doing the same thing. I could be doing anything. I don't know.
Yeah. What about? Would you consider that by that stage you'll be doing more acting and less singing, or is it impossible to tell?
It's really hard to tell. I find it hard to think about next year or 2 years away, let alone 10 years away. But I would hope to still be acting by then for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Will you marry Michael, do you think?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Do you reckon you might do that?
Look, he was waiting for the perfect opportunity to slip that question in.
It wouldn't have been right if I had not asked you at some stage.
I can't tell you yet.
Okay, fair enough. Let me check your fingers. Let me look at your fingers. No, nothing on there at the moment. Right, okay. All right, Hayden, thank you very much for your call. Hayden, you're next.
Do you think it's important to get it across to children not to smoke or drink?
I don't think anyone should preach to kids. I mean, you should never speak down to them in any way, but it's important for them to be aware of the dangers. I mean, you know, it's not good for you. So, and I mean, I smoked when I was like 14, 15, 16, like smoked because it was a really tough thing to do. But I don't smoke now. It's just a waste of time, really.
Okay, and Matthew?
Why are you involved in the John Lennon Memorial Concert?
Well, I was just asked if I wanted to do it, and I thought it was a great opportunity to, well, firstly, to perform in such good company. I'm not exactly sure who's doing it, but lots of really good names, and it goes towards a really good benefit. It should be great. I can't wait.
Are you nervous about that?
Well,
it's quite a hefty thing, isn't it?
It
Really?
is. I'm not nervous now, but I will be on the day because it's right in the middle of all my shows, so I'll have to kind of forget those shows, concentrate on that, and then get back into my shows again.
Sure. Okay, back onto the telephones now, and it's line 3. Hello, 3.
Hello.
Let's put a name to you. Ah, right. Hello. Off you go with your question, Cherry.
I'm going to your concert next Saturday. Did you have to learn a lot of dance routines for the concert, and was it hard work?
Yeah. Well, I did the shows in Australia in May, and I was saying February, and so I learnt a lot of the routines then. But we've since updated the show again, so we've had to learn more routines and alter some of the songs a little. But
Because this is where your show will differ from Jason's show. Jason's is going to be a more sort of theatrical type show, isn't it? I mean, he's done an interview with him for the radio, and he said that basically because he's not happy with dancing. But yours is obviously
yes,
much more dance
lots of
oriented.
dancing, and it's a really kind of visually exciting as well.
Do you have any input into that? I mean, do you
Yeah,
spend hours and
definitely.
hours in rehearsal studios saying, well, I'd quite like it to look like this, or I'd like it to look like that?
Well, I have a choreographer, and he is one of 4 dancers, and I just put in any ideas that I have, and I mean, we've been working together for a couple of years, so he knows what I am capable of and
Sure.
what direction I want to head into. So.
All right, thanks very much indeed for that call. And Sejal?
Earlier you said you've been to Hollywood. What sort of role are you looking for in your next film?
Ooh, I don't know really. I would like to do a comedy. So if I find a good comedy, I'll do that.
What, I mean, were you over there looking for roles, or was that
Well,
other
I was
stuff?
just over there doing the kind of week's worth of, schlepping around and all the kind of basic stuff you have to do. Go and visit lots of different people and so forth. It was a very productive week.
So I mean, were you any closer to that, or were there no negotiations? I mean, you don't know whether there's like a comedy on the horizon that you might be able
Well,
to
yeah,
do.
there was a few scripts that I was really interested in, but it's just a matter of, I mean, I was planning to do the tour, have a break, record, then do a movie, then promote my album, but it was all getting a bit hectic, so I might wait to do another movie till beginning of next year. So I've kind of put that on hold for a minute.
Sure, okay. Well, let's take another one from the phones. Line 4.
Natalie from Bournemouth.
Hello, Natalie.
Do you get cross when you see articles in newspapers and magazines about yourself that aren't true?
Well, yes and no. I mean, I get a bit bored with it because it happens all the time. And the trouble is, if one paper writes something that's untrue, then 2 papers pick it up and 2 papers pick it up. So it ends up being, I mean, I'm denying things all the time. But I don't mind so much because it happens to everyone, but that doesn't mean I'm ready to sit and accept it. It's not a lot you can do about it unless it's something really bad.
Part the job, Governor, part the job. Unfortunately. Okay, thank you very much indeed for that. Thank you for your calls.
Thank you.
Terrific, that's great. Lovely. So when do you start? When's the big,
Tuesday, Birmingham.
Tuesday in Birmingham. Terrific. Well, have a great time. Enjoy
I will, I
it.
can't wait.
And good luck with the single as well.
Thanks.
Lovely to have you back. It's nice to see you.
It's nice to be back.
Good. That's good. All right. Now it's time